If you're attracting toxic people, it doesn't mean that you're toxic. Far from it. There is nothing wrong with you, but you do need to pay attention to your patterns of behaviors, to your decision making, and to your unresolved childhood wounds that actually makes you entertain toxic people. We're going to cover this and much more in today's session, and you're going to fully realize why these people come into your life, but more important is why you choose to keep them in your life. I'm Coach Faz Goldman, your relationship breakup coach. I'm also an author. I help people with relationships, with breaking trauma bonds and toxic connections through psychology and practical implementation. So without any further ado, let's just dive in. It goes like this. The real reason that you keep entertaining toxic partners, and the question, like I said, it's not whether you attract toxic people. We all do. The real question is why you keep entertaining them. And the answer, like I said, it's not chemistry, it is psychology. Healthy people attract toxic people as well. Confident people attract toxic people. Successful people attract toxic people. So why do you keep entertaining them? It's the entertaining them. We meet these people every day, but if you choose to give them your number, if you choose to go into a relationship with them, this is a decision. This is why I say you will need to pay attention to your patterns, behavior patterns, your decisions that you're making, and to the unresolved wounds, things that you didn't work on, which will bring us to the first thing, which is repetition compulsion, in just a second here. And I really want you to understand something about repetition compulsion. This is your brain wants to finish an old story. An old story. One of the most powerful unconscious mechanisms is repetition compulsion. Your mind recreates familiar emotional situations because it hopes that this time the ending will be different. And have you ever had a situation with someone where you say to yourself, oh my God, I feel like I've known you forever? It's not the person that you're knowing, it's the wound that you're reenacting. You're recreating and you say, the wound feels familiar, the emotion feels familiar. The person that cannot feel familiar, there is no way in hell that the person feels familiar because you don't know the person. But yet, you feel like you do, and this is exactly the repetition compulsion part. As a child, you couldn't change your parents. As an adult, your unconscious whispers, maybe I can finally make this emotionally unavailable person choose me. The relationship becomes an unconscious attempt to rewrite your childhood. And in real life, your father never made you feel emotionally important. Years later, you become obsessed with partners who make you compete for their attention. You're trying to win today what you never received yesterday. And that's the thing. Most people date their parents and they try to correct the wrongs that they have experienced in their childhood. This is why when you do the inner child work, when you go within, truly go within, and I help you guys with this inner child work in the family of origin to fully comprehend what you went through in your childhood so you don't bring this bag of shit into the new relationship. And if you keep attracting emotionally unavailable people and you realize that it was your dad or your mom, whatever, if you have father wound or mother wound, when you realize this, you can actually reparent this part. Go back to the inner child and talk to the child and show the little child that it's all good, that there is no danger, that attachment is not dangerous. The little kid inside you doesn't know that. So what they do, they try to recreate a scenario to correct it. The problem with that, it can never be corrected through other people. It must be corrected from within. Your romantic partners will never do that, will never. And as long as you try, you place a lot of responsibility on them that they never signed up for. And vice versa. If this is your partner that is doing it to you, you got to realize they need to do the work for themselves. This is not something that a relationship can heal. This is something that a relationship can push back, suppress, or just put a Band-Aid and make you forget about it momentarily, but it will always come back. Next, your nervous system mistake familiarity for safety. It's familiar, like I told you at the beginning. When you meet someone and you think that you know them for your entire life, that's familiarity. This is not safety. And you think it's safe because it feels so like, oh, I know this feeling. Yeah, you do know this feeling, but it's not good that you know this feeling. And actually, I would say that this is a massive red flag when you meet someone for the first time and you immediately say, I feel like I've known you my whole life. Bam, immediately it's a red flag. And you say to yourself, I feel like that due to the fact that it's something that I used to feel, something that I experienced. This is not this person that I'm experiencing. It's something else that I'm experiencing, and you will need to do the work on yourself to realize what it is and why you cannot stay in a dynamic that makes you feel this way. Number 3 is attraction is not the problem. Your filter is the problem. People often believe that they have a bad picker. They don't. Everyone meets manipulative, selfish, emotionally unavailable, and unhealthy people. The difference is what happens after the introduction. Healthy people filter toxic people out early. Wounded people explain the red flags away because the behavior feels emotionally familiar. So what you do, you are explaining and justifying red flags to preserve the attachment. Once you are fighting for preserving the attachment, what you're actually doing is disappearing inside the relationship like the child you were that suppressed himself or herself. You just completely abandoned yourself to preserve connection. You learned to abandon yourself to preserve connection, maybe from mom or dad, that you needed to completely annihilate yourself and abandon yourself for your mom or your dad to give you some kind of attention. And unfortunately, most people are not even aware of that. This is why when we do the inner child work, we go within and we extract that. Some people don't even know that they have that. They say, oh no, my childhood was good. You have no idea. If you're attracting these kind of people into your life, something deeper happened. Something deeper is going on under the hood that you cannot see. And this is what I'm helping you to extract from within. Alone, it can be impossible to do. This is why you need some professional help. So please feel free, first of all, to like this video if it helps you. Subscribe to the channel because I upload a lot of videos like that, and comment your question if you have any, or better yet, you can book a call with me, the link in the description below, or you can get my online healing coaching program that can help you rediscover different parts of yourself as well. Let's continue. Number 4, it's intermediate reinforcement creates emotional addiction, and this is the big one. The emotional addiction creates a trauma bond, and a trauma bond, as you probably already know, if you don't, it's the worst kind of biochemical, neurochemical, neurobiological connection that you're forming with a person, and it's purely, it's an addiction. There's no love there. You might be with a person and they are toxic because they are hot and cold, push and pull with you. They are not consistent, and the inconsistency makes you feel addicted and hooked because you don't know when love is coming, when they are going to disappear. So what happens in your nervous system, it gets entangled and it gets wired, and the wires are crossed between love and pain, and you think that pain is love and love is pain, and everything just completely disorients you, where you hit a point that you cannot get out. And you say, without this person, I can't live without them, but I can live with them. And this is the toxic cycle where you say, I can live with you and I can live without you. This is where you know that you need really professional help. Getting out of this, it's really, really difficult. Next one, number 5. You're chasing relief, you don't chase love. Many people think that they're chasing their partner. They're actually chasing relief from the anxiety. That's the intermediate reinforcement right there. The relationship itself becomes the source of pain, and the same person becomes the only one who can temporarily reduce it. Does that sound like a drug deal to you? That the drug dealer is the only one that gives you pain and pleasure at the same time? And that's not good. This is not a healthy relationship. A healthy relationship doesn't feel like that. The person who wounds you is also becomes the person you believe that can heal you. That's why trauma bonds feel so powerful. Your partner can create an argument, then disappear. Then you panic. When they finally return, you feel overwhelming relief. You mistake relief for intimacy. And this is where the wires start to get crossed. This is where you start correlate relief, intimacy, love, pain, anxiety, stress, all of this roller coaster of emotional turmoil into a connection. And it looks exactly like this. Panic relief. This is how you look. This is how it looks for you. You see right here? This is exactly how it looks for you. And it shouldn't be like that, between panic and relief. Can you relate to this? Watch this for just a second and let me know if you can relate. Let me know in the comments below that you can relate and say, I can relate to this. And I know that many people can. So let us know. Thank you. Number 6 is your identity keeps the pattern alive. Every relationship reinforces the belief about yourself. You are secretly believe that you're not enough, that you have to earn love, or that you're only valuable for if someone chooses you. You unconsciously tolerate relationships that confirm this belief, so you accept unacceptable behaviors constantly. Your unconscious always try to stay consistent with your identity. Every time somebody disrespects you and you stay, your brain silently confirms, this is probably all I deserve. And then you start settling. Then you start accepting breadcrumbs from partners, and you're not fully living in a relationship, you are settling in a relationship. And this is not how a relationship should look like. Last but not least, healthy love can feel very uncomfortable. If you ever been in a relationship where it was very brief and you're getting used to dysfunctional relationships, a healthy one will feel super uncomfortable. And I remember when I was in my phase of unhealed and extremely wounded, I was in a healthy relationship, and actually she was a therapist. And I remember it was so fucking boring. I was like, dude, I can't do that. I needed the excitement. I needed something. I needed the toxicity that I didn't even know that I wanted and I needed. And all of my past before her was chaotic, but I was chaotic. I didn't recognize what healthy looks like. And this is one more thing that I helped you guys do, to recognize what healthy actually looks like and what healthy actually feels like. Due to the fact that when you cannot even realize what healthy feels or look like, you'll never be able to recognize it, and it can just slip you by. But if you're wounded and unhealthy, there is no way that you will be able to recognize that. And then you just live in the same toxic cycles again and again and again. And this is one of the greatest paradox, that is that a healthy relationship often feels very boring at first. Not because they're missing chemistry, because they are missing chaos. If your nervous system is addicted to emotional highs and lows, consistency will feel unfamiliar. And remember what we talked about at the beginning? What it feels? Familiarity. This is exactly what you feel. Your nervous system mistakes familiarity for safety, consistency for inconsistent. Your nervous system is super activated all the time in relationships. And it shouldn't be like that. That's the thing. You will realize that once you're healed and working on yourself, and if you need help, I'm here to help you. Click the link in the description below and book a call with me. I'm here to help you and guide you. Once you're healed, you realize that, oh, it shouldn't be like that. And you realize how it should be. You have a blueprint based on what's right, not what's familiar. Now, you don't heal by learning to avoid toxic people. You'll meet them for the rest of your life. You heal by becoming the kind of person who no longer entertains them. The goal is not to stop attracting unhealthy people. The goal is to stop giving unhealthy people access to your heart. That's the main difference, you guys. The moment peace feels more attractive than chaos, the cycle finally ends. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Much love. God bless you. I'll see you again in the next one.